Module number 5, candlestick pattern. So ito yung mga magiging confirmation natin sa support and resistance level kung nire-reject ba niya, kung nag-hold ba, or kung magbe-break yung certain levels. So module outline. Dito ay di-discuss natin yung components of candlestick, life of a candlestick, mga candlestick patterns, Marubozu, low test and high test, doji, engulfing, tweezer top and tweezer bottom, and then morning and evening star. So guys, sobrang daming candlestick patterns out there, pero hindi natin sila kailangan malaman lahat. Okay? So ang kailangan lang natin malaman kung paano ba and bakit ba nagfo-form yung candlestick. And also, itong mga candlestick na matututunan nyo dito sa module na to, ito yung ginagamit ko for a very very long time, and I think ito yung pinaka-powerful among the candlestick patterns. Alright? So let's have a quick history or quick background about candlestick. So hindi ko na masyado i-detalye kasi pwede nyo naman makita to sa internet. Alright? So candlestick can be tracked back to 1700s. So inintroduce to ng rice trader na si Monahisa Homa. Siya yung tinatawag na founder of candlestick. But then, later on, dinala to sa West ni Steve Nison. So, siya na yung tinatawag ngayon na modern father of candlestick analysis. So, ngayon, majority ng mga traders, ito na rin yung ginagamit kasi madali siyang i-recognize unlike other charts like line charts, bar charts. With candlestick, ma-identify na agad natin kung ano yung nangyari dun sa certain time frame na tinitignan natin. Alright? Candlestick patterns are very common in trading, and when used effectively in conjunction with other technical analysis tools, candlestick pattern gives trader an edge over the market. And as the name suggests, a candlestick chart is made up of so-called price or candlestick. These candlesticks are made up of different components to describe price movements of a certain financial asset. Now, you have to remember na ang candlestick isang tool lang to sa atin na makakatulong sa atin to recognize kung ano ba yung gustong gawin ng market. Pero hindi natin to solely gagamitin as a trading signal. So, kailangan natin tong gamitin in conjunction with other technical analysis tools. Alright? So, with that, let's begin. Let's start with the components of a candlestick. So, meron tayong bullish and bearish candlestick. So, majority of the time, makikita nyo sa mga charts, bullish candlestick will be green and bearish candlestick will be red. Pero, you can definitely customize it sa charting platforms nyo. But for the sake of this module, ang makikita nyong bullish candlestick is green and bearish is red. Alright? So, let's have first the bullish candlestick. So, ganito yung itsura niya. Now, let's assume na itong candlestick na to and ang mga makikita nyong candlestick moving forward is daily time frame. Meaning, each candlestick represents 1 day of trading activity. So, may iba't iba tayong time frame. Merong 1 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and so on. Pero, in this example, gagamitin natin daily time frame. Alright? So, this is a bullish candlestick. So, meron tayong tinatawag na body. Ito yung thick part, yung makapal na part ng candlestick. And then, we also have the opening price. So, kapag nag-o-open ang opening price ng bullish candlestick, laging nasa baba ng body. So, dito sa end or sa edge ng body. Now, we also have the closing price. So, ibig sabihin, dito nag-close yung price nung araw na yon. Okay? And nasa taas lagi siya ng opening price and sa taas ng body. We also have the upper wick. So, ito naman yung thin part ng candlestick. And that is also what we call the highest price. So, yung dulo ng wick, ito yung tinatawag natin na highest price. Meaning, ito yung pinakamataas na na-reach ng price dun sa certain time, or in this case, dun sa araw na yon, right? Kasi daily time frame or daily ang candlestick na to. Now, meron din tayong lower wick and lowest price. So, yung lower wick, ito yung thin part dito sa baba ng candlestick, and yung lowest price, ito yung pinakamababang na reach niya within that certain trading hours. Alright? So, sa bullish candlestick, so dito tayo nag-open. So, nag-open yung price, and then at some point within that day, bumaba siya, nagkaroon ng rejection, okay? Tinaas na yung price. So, nagkaroon tayo ng lowest price. So, umakyat siya, umakyat, and then na-reach niya yung peak or yung highest price, and then eventually nag-close yung trading day dito. Okay? So, ito yung naging closing price. Alright? So, just remember, meron tayong opening price, closing price, upper wick, lower wick. Alright? Now, ganito naman yung itsura ng bearish candlestick. So, we also have the body. Ang difference lang ng bullish and bearish candlestick is yung opening and closing price niya. So, sa bearish candlestick, ang opening price nasa taas. And then, ang closing price naman, nasa baba. Of course, we also have the lower wick, which means ito yung thin part ng candlestick, and also the lowest price. So, yung dulo ng wick. Okay? Upper wick. And then, highest price. Yung pinakamataas na price na na-reach niya within that trading day. Alright? Now, let's talk about the life of a candlestick. Paano ba nabubuo yung candlestick? Life of a candlestick. So, ano ba yung internal ng isang candlestick? Paano ba siya nabubuo? So, we have this candlestick. So, let's assume na daily time frame to. Meaning, it represents 1 day of trading activity. So, it's a bullish candlestick. So, we have our opening price right here, closing price, highest price, and lowest price. Now, gusto natin makita kung anong nangyari sa kanya sa mas mababa pang time frame. So, let's say 5-minute time frame. So, yung etong candlestick na to, itong daily candlestick na to, pwedeng ganito yung itsura niya sa 5-minute time frame. So, we have our opening price right here. So, ito yan. And then, yung lowest price. So, this one. And then, nagkaroon siya ng maraming waves going up to the highest price. And then, eventually, nag-close right here. So, kung makikita natin, marami siyang movement dito. But still, kung aakyat ulit tayo sa daily time frame, ganito yung itsura ng candlestick niya. It can also look like this. Ito yung opening price. Ito yung lowest price, ito yung highest price, and then ito yung closing price. So, kung makikita natin, iba to compared to this one. But still, kung aakyat ulit tayo sa daily time frame, ganito pa rin yung itsura niya. Now, it can also look like this. Opening price, lowest price, and then my very impulsive move upside, na-reach agad niya yung highest price, and then nag-close dito. Okay? So, iba yung itsura nito, iba yung movement compared to these two, but still, ganito yung itsura niya sa daily. Alright? So, the point is, ang daily time frame, ang malaking time frame, kapag hinimay natin yan into smaller time frames, nag-iiba-iba yung movement niya. So, importanteng malaman natin to kasi when it comes to multi-time frame analysis, makakatulong sa atin to. Alright? So, let's have an example. So, ito yung daily candlestick natin, right? So, closing price, opening price, lowest, and highest price. So, it's a bullish candlestick. Now, let's go down to the 5-minute time frame. Alright? So, 5-minute to, each candlestick na nakikita nyo represents 5 minutes of trading activity. So, dito sa daily time frame natin, nag-open siya dito, right? So, nasan yan dito sa 5-minute? Nandito yan. Okay? So, opening price. So, dyan nagsimula yung trading day. And then, bumaba siya to create this lowest price. So, sa daily time frame, ito yan. So, opening price, bumaba siya. Finorm niya tong lower wick. Okay? And then, nag-form na tong lowest price. And then after that, after na-reach niya tong lowest price, nag-rally na siya upside. So, nagkaroon ng uptrend. Right? Uptrend. And then, na-reach niya yung highest price right here. Okay? And then, eventually, nag-close siya dito. Okay? So, dito sa 5-minute time frame, may trend na naganap or na nabuo. Higher high, higher low. Right? Pero kung titingnan natin sa daily time frame, isang bullish candlestick lang siya. Okay? So, bullish yung candlestick and at the same time, bullish din yung price action dito kasi meron tayong higher highs and higher lows. Alright? Let's have a bearish example. So here we have a certain candlestick pattern which is the high test. So daily time frame din to, meaning it represents 1 day of trading activity. So we have our opening price, closing price, highest price, and the lowest price. Now, baba naman tayo sa 5-minute time frame to see kung anong nangyari dito sa araw na to. So, opening price. Andito yung opening price natin. Okay? So, ito yan. Nag-open siya dito. And then, umakyat siya. Nag-rally to create this high. Right? And ito na yung naging highest price natin. Okay? So, yan. And then, eventually, bumaba. Very aggressive move downside. Nag-create tayo ng lower low. And then lower high. And then lower low. So, etong lower low na to, dito nag-print or nag-establish yung lowest price dito sa candlestick na to. Okay? So, yan. Etong level na to. Alright? And then, pumasok tayo sa rotational or ranging market condition. And then, eventually, nag-close yung price dito, right? So, ito yung closing price niya. Okay? So, dito sa daily candlestick natin, nandito. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin yung price action, dito sa daily, this is a bearish candlestick or bearish reversal candlestick. Now, if we look at the structure sa 5-minute time frame, so, dito tayo nagsimula, nag-create tayo ng higher high, nagkaroon tayo ng change of structure, nagkaroon tayo ng lower low, and then lower high, and then lower low. Alright? So, meron tayo, from lower high to lower low, nag-create din tayo ng rotational market condition. But, yung overall structure niya is bearish kasi meron tayong lower lows and lower highs. Alright? So, kung makikita nyo, ito yung nangyari dito sa daily time frame na to. So, ganito nabubuo yung candlestick. Alright? Warning, before we continue, just a reminder, a single candlestick in the middle of nowhere is of minimal significance. They are not to be used as a standalone buy or sell signals. However, when a certain candlestick patterns form after a trend or correction on strong support and resistance levels and in the presence of other confluence factors, the market often makes a very powerful move. Bullish Marubozu. The word Marubozu stands for bald head in Japanese. It has a large body with little or no wicks. This is seen in an aggressive move when buyers are completely in control. So, bullish Marubozu is of course, bullish candlestick. So, kailangan makita natin to or usually nakikita natin to in an upside move. So, once na makakita tayo nito, this is a signal na possible na mag-continue pa yung movement niya upside. Okay? So, kung meron tayong trade na let's say for example, nag-long tayo from here and then nakakita tayo nitong candlestick na to, that is a signal na pwede pa natin i-hold yung long natin for much longer kasi nagsisignal to for an upside move. All right? Let's have an example. US dollar index. So dito nakita natin yung price galing sa downside move. And then nagkaroon tayo ng somehow ng bottoming formation dito. So nag-reverse yung trend from downtrend to uptrend. Meron tayong mga break of structure and then nakakita tayo nito. So, meron tayong bullish Marubozu. So, that signals for a continuation upside. So, as you can see, after this candlestick, nagtuloy-tuloy yung upside move niya. Alright? So, itong candlestick na to, may momentum. Let's have another example. USD JPY sa daily time frame. So, dito, yung price nagko-consolidate or nagro-rotate. Nasa rotational market condition siya. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. And then, dito makikita natin nag-form ng multiple Marubozu candlestick. So, first is this one. And then this one. And then this one. Alright? So, kung makikita natin, dito pa lang, nagsisignal na buyers are in control. Right? Dito din. So, nagsisignal sa atin or sinasabi ng market na magkukontinue pa yung upside move nito, right? Kasi meron tayong nakikitang mga Marubozu candlestick. And also this one. This is a bullish Marubozu candlestick. Alright? So, this is not actually a trading signal, but a signal na may momentum yung movement niya. Okay, but it doesn't mean na iti-trade natin to. Well, pwede nating i-trade pero hindi siya ganun ka-ideal kasi parang pag nakakita tayo nito, it's too late dun sa trade na yon, right? So, okay to for confirmation na pwede pa nating i-hold for much longer yung trades natin. Okay? So, let's have bearish Marubozu. So, kabaligtaran lang naman to ng bullish. The exact same as bullish Marubozu. It has a large body with little or no wicks. This is seen in an aggressive move when sellers are completely in control. And by the way, so kung matatandaan nyo, yung definition ng Marubozu is bald head. Kaya tinawag to na Marubozu candlestick kasi para siyang bald, right? Wala siya halos wick. Meron maliit na wick. Pero almost nothing, right? So anyway, again, this is seen in an aggressive move. So kailangan since bearish to, kailangan makita natin siya sa downside move. And then once na makakita tayo nito, nagsisignal yung market na possible mag-continue pa yung bearish move niya. Alright? So we have Alphabet or Google daily time frame. So nagkaroon tayo dito ng peak and then bumaba yung price. Now, kung titingnan natin itong chart na to, we can assume na meron tayong higher high dito and then higher low. Right? Ayan. So, bumaba yung price. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng Marubozu candlestick. So, nung nakita natin to, we can assume na malaki yung chance na i-test niya itong higher low na to and possible ma-break. Right? Kasi itong candlestick na to, may momentum pa. Okay? Now, nung na-reach niya itong level na to, itong higher low na to, nag-print ulit siya ng another Marubozu candlestick. So, dito, binibigyan na tayo ng signal ng market na pwedeng ma-break itong higher low na to. Right? So, ganun yung nangyari. So, nag-breakdown and then nagdire-diretso yung pagbaba niya. Okay? Let's have another example. Crypto naman, Ethereum on the daily time frame. So, obviously, nasa downtrending market tayo. And then, meron tayong Marubozu candlestick. Okay? So, nagsisignal na mag-continue pa yung pagbaba niya. And we also have a bearish Marubozu right here. Okay? So, again, remember, Marubozu candlestick, hindi siya ideal for trading confirmation, pero maganda siya na confirmation for us to hold or manage our trades. Okay? Low test. Bullish candlestick that indicates reversal. It has a long lower wick and a small body, and it appears following a downside move, and it is stronger when found at the level of support. Ang invalidation nito is below the lower wick. So, since bullish reversal candlestick to, kailangan makita natin siya after a downside move sa support level. Okay? So, kung may makikita tayo nito after a downside move and then nasa support level, that means there's a possible reversal. Okay? So, invalidation is below the lower wick. Meaning, kung ititrade natin to, dito yung safest stop loss niya. Okay? Safest stop loss placement or may invalidate yung bullish signal niya. Alright? So, ang ina-anticipate natin dito is for an upside move or reversal. Let's have an example. USD JPY daily time frame. So, nasa uptrending market tayo, higher high, higher low, right? And then, meron tayong support level dito. So, higher low, higher high. Now, saan pwedeng ma-establish yung higher low? Sa level, sa support level. So, previous resistance pwedeng mag-act as support. And then, nakakita tayo ng low test. Alright? And guys, you have to understand na yung pinakita ko kaninang example, if we go back, right? Ganito yung itsura ng low test. Hindi siya laging magiging picture perfect. Alright? Kasi ito PowerPoint lang to eh. So, hindi siya laging ganyan. Okay? Ang importanteng ma-internalize nyo kapag low test, meron siyang long lower wick and pretty much a small body, small to medium body. Alright? So, yun yung kailangan yung tandaan. Kasi baka every time na mag-chart kayo, ito yung hanapin nyo. Ganito yung itsura. Alright? So, kailangan din, of course, nasa right context. Meaning, like this example, nasa uptrending tayo, and then nasa support level. So that's the context, all right? So dito meron tayong low test. So nasa support, ibig sabihin nire-reject niya yung support level na yon. Ayaw niya Ayaw niya mag-trade below that level kasi may mga buyers. So, pwede natin i-trade to. Okay? With invalidation below the low. So, may invalidate lang yung idea natin na magre-reverse to from downside to upside once na ma-breach niya yung low ng candlestick. Okay? And then, nagkaroon tayo ng upside move. Let's have another example. Apple naman. So, as you can see, iba't ibang market yung pinapakita ko sa inyo kasi yung tinuturo ko, applicable siya to any market. Kasi normal price behavior or price action or pwede nyo sabihin na crowd psychology yung pinag-aaralan natin dito. Okay? So, uptrend yung market and then meron tayong support dito. Right? So, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then bumaba tayo dito. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng low test. So, ito medyo picture perfect na low test candlestick. So, meron tayong small body and long lower wick. Alright? So, yung upper wick, hindi natin, medyo irrelevant yan. Well, ideally, gusto natin maliit lang yung upper wick. Kasi yung upper wick, that means yung pressure ng mga sellers. So, gusto natin maliit lang yan. Mag-focus tayo dun sa lower wick. Okay? So, in this case, nagsisignal to na magko-continue na yung upside move and possible ito na yung higher low. So, invalidation natin is below the candlestick. Alright? So, kung meron tayong low test, of course, meron din tayong high test. Bearish candlestick that indicates reversal. It has a long upper wick and small body, and it appears following an upside move. It is stronger when found at level of resistance, and ang invalidation niya is above the upper wick. Okay? So, since bearish reversal to, kailangan makita natin to after an upside move sa resistance level, and once na makakita tayo nito, nagsisignal to for a possible reversal. So, invalidation niya just above the upper wick. Okay? Let's have an example. Euro USD 4-hour time frame. So, galing tayo, nasa downtrending market tayo. Meron tayong series of lower lows and lower highs. Alright? Dito meron tayong resistance. So, previous support, once broken, becomes resistance. Lower high, lower low. Impulsive, and then corrective. So, dito sa resistance na to, which is previous support, nagprint tayo ng high test reversal candlestick. So, that means possible na mag-continue na yung downside move and possible na ito na yung lower high. Okay? So, yung criteria natin, kailangan makita natin to after an upside move. So, ito yung upside, yung pullback at level of resistance. Ito yung resistance. So, as you can see, very aggressive yung ginawa niyang rejection. Alright? Let's have another example. Amazon. So, meron tayong resistance level dito. So, dito at some point, parang nagpumasok siya sa rotational or sideways market condition. So, meron tayong dalawang rejection sa lower extreme, dalawang rejection sa upper extreme. Alright? So, dito, nagprint ng high test. Okay? Upside move sa resistance level. Alright? And then, nagkaroon tayo ng decline. Okay? So, invalidation above the candlestick. Doji. This candlestick forms when there is an indecision between buyers and sellers. It has a small body and short wicks. It suggests a possible reversal or continuation. The color can either be bullish or bearish. So, ganito yung itsura ng doji. So, it can either go up or go down. Now, importante pa rin na makita natin to sa certain support and resistance level and at the right context, meaning nasa uptrend ba tayo, ranging, or sideways market condition. And when it comes to doji, ang kailangan natin i-observe is yung upper wick and yung lower wick. So, since indecisive yung market kapag may doji, ang importante dito, saan ba siya magde-decide? Gusto ba niyang pumunta upside or gusto ba niyang pumunta downside? Now, once na makakita tayo ng bullish candlestick after this doji na na-break yung highest wick, that means nakapag-decide na yung market na aakyat siya. Okay? And then kapag bearish naman, kapag na-break tong lowest wick, that means nakapag-decide yung market na bababa siya. Alright? Let's have an example. Bitcoin daily time frame. So dito meron tayong doji. So as you can see, galing tayo ng uptrend. Higher high, higher low. And then dito sa resistance na to, nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakout. Okay, wala tayong acceptance in higher prices. Instead, after this bullish candlestick, so kung makikita nyo, parang marubozu candlestick siya, so dapat may momentum. Dapat may follow through dito sa bullish candlestick na to. But instead, ang ginawa niya, naging indecisive agad siya. Alright? So, ito yung doji. Ito yung high price, highest week and lower week. Alright? So, as you can see, na-break siya downside. Okay? So, from indecisive, nagkaroon tayo ng breakdown and then nagkaroon tayo ng downside move. Okay? So, again, you wait for either mabi-break ba yung upper week or lower week. Okay? So, nagkaroon tayo ng downside move and then right here, meron tayong resistance. So, somehow, pumasok siya sa ranging or rotational market condition and then nagkaroon ulit tayo ng doji. So, na-break yung lower wick. So, nagkaroon tayo ng downside move. That means, sellers na ang may control. Meta or Facebook, daily time frame. So, basically, nasa uptrending market tayo. So, right here, we have doji. Okay? So, nag-print siya ng higher high and then nag-retrace back to this support level, previous resistance, turned into support, then tinest niya ulit as support level. Now, naging indecisive yung price dito and then nag-gap up tayo. So, na-break yung high upper wick, right? And then, nag-rally na yung price. So, dito, makikita din natin, meron tayong support. So, higher high, previous resistance, pwedeng mag-turn into support, mag-establish ng higher low. So, complex pullback, and then, nag-print tayo ng doji. Okay? So, again, we wait for price to break either upside or downside. Now, in this case, na-break yung upside. Okay? Or yung upper wick. So, nagtuloy-tuloy yung rally niya. Alright? Bullish engulfing. It signals a strong change in sentiment. It forms when a small bearish candlestick is completely eclipsed or engulfed by a larger bullish candlestick. It appears following a downside move. It is stronger when found at level of support and ang invalidation niya is below the candlestick pattern. So bullish engulfing candlestick is a two candlestick pattern. So kailangan makita natin to after a downside move sa support level and yung first candlestick niya should be bearish and then yung second candlestick niya is bullish engulfing the first candlestick. So kailangan yung buong body ng first candlestick or yung buong body, of course, kasama yung wicks, nasa loob nitong second candlestick. Alright? So, ang ina-anticipate natin dito is for an upside move, and ang invalidation natin dito is below the pattern. Let's have an example. Dollar index, so nasa uptrending market, higher high, higher low. Dito meron tayong support, so previous resistance, breakout higher high, pwedeng mag-turn into support to establish a higher low, and then nagkaroon tayo ng engulfing. So, itong first candlestick is bearish. Okay, so yan. And then second candlestick is bullish, engulfing the previous candlestick. Also, this is a failed breakdown, right? Nag-fail siya to go lower. Okay? So, dito na-establish yung higher low, and then nag-rally na tayo to the upside. Another example, US 500 or S&P 500. So, stock index naman to on the 4-hour time frame. So, dito meron tayong support level. So, as you can see, nireject niya multiple times. So, 1, 2, and then the third time, nagprint ng bullish engulfing candlestick. So, in-engulf niya yung bearish candlestick. So, ito yung first, ito yung second. So, kung gusto natin i-trade to, ang invalidation is below the pattern. Okay? So, as you can see, nag-rally yung price to the upside. So, ni-reverse niya. Break of structure, lower high. Nagkaroon tayo ng higher high. Alright? Bearish engulfing. It signals a strong change in sentiment. So, kabaliktaran siya ng bullish engulfing. It forms when a small bullish candlestick is completely eclipsed or engulfed by a larger bearish candlestick. It appears following an upside move, and it is stronger when found at level of resistance. Invalidation is above the candlestick pattern. So, kailangan makita natin to after an upside move sa resistance level. Okay? So, yung first candlestick should be bullish, and then the second candlestick is bearish, engulfing the first candlestick. So, invalidation natin is above the pattern, and we are anticipating for a downside move. So, example, crude oil. So, dito meron tayong resistance. So, lower low. Right? Lower low. Then, nag-pull back siya. Probably mag-establish ng lower high. And then, ito yung level natin. So, previous support turned into resistance. So, dito nagkaroon tayo ng high test, as you can see. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng downside move. Then, binalikan niya the third time. So, ito yung second. The third time, nagprint siya ng engulfing candlestick. So, bearish engulfing candlestick. So, in-engulf niya yung first candlestick. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng very impulsive move to the downside. Euro AUD, daily time frame. So, ito naman, uptrend. Pero makikita natin na meron tayong resistance dito. So, this is a trend line resistance. Alright? So, isang form to ng support and resistance tool. So, secondary tool na pwede rin natin gamitin. Okay? So, meron tayong 1, 2 rejection. And then, the third time, nagprint tayo ng engulfing candlestick. So, ito yung higher highs natin. Right? So, in-engulf nitong candlestick na to, yung first bullish candlestick. Okay? Yung previous candlestick. And then, nagkaroon na tayo ng downside move. Alright? Tweezer bottom. This candlestick look just like a pair of tweezers. Kaya siya tinawag na tweezer bottom. This indicates a market reversal may occur. The wicks should be almost of equal length. This formation typically occurs following a downside move. It is stronger when found at level of support, and ang invalidation niya is below the low of the pattern. So, kailangan makita natin to after a downside move sa support level, and ganito ang itsura ng tweezer bottom. So, para siyang dalawang low test. Alright? Invalidation below the low, and then ang ina-anticipate natin is for an upside move. Okay? So, NVIDIA hourly time frame. So, basically, nasa uptrend tayo. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Here we have a support level. So, previous resistance, nag-breakout, pullback, pwedeng mag-turn into support. And then, yung signal na nag-hold itong level na to is this tweezer bottom. So, as you can see, ito yung first candlestick natin, which is a low test. And then, the second one is another low test. Okay? So, tweezer bottom. Kung gusto natin i-trade to, invalidation below the low of the candlestick pattern. Okay? NZD USD daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong support level. Okay? So, galing tayo ng downside move, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then, nagkaroon tayo ng support level dito. Right? Itong area na to. Okay? And then, nag-print netong tweezer bottom. So, nagsisignal to for a possible reversal. So, kung gusto natin i-trade, ang invalidation is below the pattern. Okay? And as you can see, nag-reverse yung trend from downtrend to uptrend. Alright? Tweezer top, kabaligtaran ng tweezer bottom. These stalling candlesticks indicate a market reversal may occur. This week should be almost of equal length. This formation typically occurs following an upside move, and it is stronger when found at level of resistance. So, yung invalidation niya is above the high of the pattern. So, kailangan galing siya ng upside move sa resistance level, and then ang invalidation natin is above the pattern. And ang ina-anticipate natin is for a downside move. Alright? USD CAD, daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong resistance. Kung titingnan natin yung structure ng market, nag-create tayo ng lower low, pullback, so deep pullback, and then meron tayong level dito. Previous support, possible mag-turn into resistance. And then dito, as you can see, nagkaroon tayo ng failed breakout, and then nag-print siya ng tweezer top. So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon tayo ng downside move. Another example, IBMC, daily time frame. So, dito sa resistance na to, nag-print tayo ng tweezer top. So, meron tayong 1, 2, and then yung third rejection na nag-form ng tweezer top, ito yung nag-cause nitong downside or reversal move na to, right? So, invalidation is above the candlestick pattern, alright? Morning star. So, ito naman, 3 candlestick reversal pattern siya. So, these formations consist of 3 specific candlesticks. The first candlestick is bearish. The second candlestick is an indecision. And the third is bullish, closing beyond 50% of the first candlestick. The morning star is found at the end of a downside move, indicating a possible reversal. It is stronger when found at level of support, and invalidation is below the low of the pattern. So, kailangan, since bullish reversal siya, kailangan makita natin to after a downside move at support level. So, yung first candlestick natin, kailangan bearish, followed by an indecision. And then, the third candlestick is bullish, closing beyond 50% of the first candlestick. Alright? Invalidation natin below the pattern and we are anticipating for an upside move. Okay? So here we have a support level. So yung structure niya, lower high, lower low, break of structure, nagkaroon tayo ng higher high, and then nag-pull back for a possible higher low dito sa level na to. Previous resistance turned into support. Okay? And then nag-print tayo ng morning star. So first candlestick is bearish, second is doji, the third candlestick is bullish, closing beyond 50% of the first candlestick. Right? And then nagkaroon tayo ng upside move. So kung iti-trade natin to, ang invalidation is below the low. Twitter, daily time frame. So dito naman, meron tayong support level dito. So nagrally yung price and then binilikan niya the second time itong support level na to, and then nagprint siya ng morning star candlestick pattern. So first candlestick is bearish, okay? Second candlestick is doji. Third candlestick is bullish, closing beyond 50%. So invalidation is below the pattern. Okay? So nagrally yung price, and then right here meron tayong support level also. So tinest niya the second time, nagprint ulit tayo ng morning star. So first candlestick is bearish, second is doji, and then the third one is bullish candlestick closing beyond 50%. So, nagkaroon tayo ng upside move. Okay? Evening star, kabaligtaran ng morning star. So, ito naman, bearish. This formation consists of 3 specific candlesticks. The first candlestick is bullish. The second candlestick is an indecision. And the third is bearish, closing beyond 50% of the first candlestick. The evening star is found at the end of an upside move, indicating a reversal. It is stronger when found at level of resistance, and invalidation is above the low of the pattern. So, kailangan makita natin to after an upside move sa resistance. Okay, so this is resistance. First candlestick should be bullish. Second candlestick should be an indecisive, and the third is bearish, closing beyond 50% of the first candlestick. So, ang ina-anticipate natin dito is an downside move. So, invalidation above the pattern. AUD-USD daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong resistance. So, galing ng upside move, tinest niya itong resistance na to, previous support turned into resistance. May rejection din tayo dyan before. And then, nagprint ng evening star. So, first candlestick is bullish. Second is indecisive. Third is bearish, closing beyond 50%. So, invalidation is above the high. As you can see, nagkaroon tayo ng very aggressive downside move. GBP-AUD, daily time frame. So, dito meron tayong trendline resistance. Alright? So, may rejection tayo dyan once, second, and then yung third, nagprint ng evening star. So, first is bullish. Second, this one is somehow indecisive, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Third is bearish. Alright? Closing beyond 50%, and then nagkaroon tayo ng reversal. Okay? So, invalidation above the high of the candlestick. Warning. Again, warning. A single candlestick in the middle of nowhere is of minimal significance. They are not to be used as a standalone buy or sell signals. However, when a certain candlestick patterns form after a trend or correction on strong support and resistance levels, and in the presence of other confluence factors, the market often makes a very powerful move. So again guys, kailangan nasa right context. Hindi natin gagamitin ang candlestick as a standalone tool to buy and sell sa market. Alright? Kailangan nasa right context. Candlestick homework. So identify all candlestick patterns discussed. So at least 3 pairs or stock per pattern. Okay? Must be at support and resistance level. Ideally, nasa right context siya. So kailangan ma-identify nyo din kung nasa ang market condition. Alright? Take a screenshot, create a folder, and then lagay nyo lang yung screenshot inside that folder. So this will serve as your knowledge bank for candlestick patterns.